know.
Well, I've got a story that they can relate to. The other week I was at...
It's about some obscure metal band?
Sort of. It's tangentially related to that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Gent?
Yes.
Good pun there.
Oh, tangent. That people don't even know what that
maybe
means.
people,
We're really alienating
maybe
people now.
people won't relate to the story.
Gent, a
Anyway.
subgenre of metal. Now
Gently.
So I was at the Meshuggah concert in Vancouver the other week, and I got there about 5 minutes before the first band was about to start, which I wanted to see. So I got to get to the washroom, take a piss. So I just get that out of the way so I don't have to think about it for the rest of the show. It's a venue I've been to 1,010,000,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then he couldn't go to the show because he had so much piss all over his pants that he had to leave and change.
So I quickly rush into the washroom, and then I look around, and it's like completely different in there. And I'm like, that's weird. I was only here like 2 months ago, less than that, the last time I was there, and it looks completely different, like fully like different washrooms. Like they renovated pretty damn quick. Then I look around and I think, it's weird that they removed all the urinals too. That's really strange. And then just as I'm about to walk in to one of the stalls, I was like, whatever, I'll piss in the stall. I don't give a fuck. I think to myself, yeah, that's because you've walked into the women's washroom. You idiot.
We've all done it.
All done it.
I've done it.
So then,
I've run into women in the stall, and they're like, "You're in the wrong bathroom."
well,
Don't assume my gender.
well, my story doesn't stop there. Pretty much as soon as I realize that and think I should immediately leave here before a bouncer walks in and I get put in a chokehold of some kind, some broad walks in, and she goes like right into a stall. And as she's going into a stall, she says, she's like, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. Kind of awkwardly. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't analyze what she said because I was like, I just got to get the fuck out of here again before I get put in a chokehold of some kind. And then there was another broad just sitting outside the washroom, probably waiting for her friend or whatever. And then she's like, yeah, I thought it was weird, but these days, like I didn't want to assume your gender or anything. Kind of chuckling. God bless her. She realized that I'm not some weird like sex pervert, which I think that's what I said to her. I was like, I swear I'm not some kind of weirdo sex pervert or anything. And I really think it's just once the embarrassment of the situation wore off, I realized, like I started to think they pretty much had to act less bothered than they probably really were because of this. Because this is in Vancouver. This is a big, like, left-leaning, lots of SJW types. Although it's at a metal show, so it's kind of a little skewed. But they definitely had, like, I think, especially the first lady who's just like, I'm okay with it if you're okay with it. She was awkwardly going into the stall. Like, I think she had to act less concerned about it. Like, she has to sit there and think in her head, like, yep, there's nothing wrong about this. Just some bald, bearded lady walking into the washroom. That's normal.
It is vital to note your appearance, which is that of basically a very typical looking metalhead with a huge metalhead beard.
Of sorts.
The furthest thing that you could expect from a trans woman. That you should reasonably expect, I suppose. Well, I better go to jail because I said that.
Yeah.
What it
You guys ever fantasize about dumping in the women's room? Like I have?
Why fantasize when you can live the dream?
I mean, yeah, it does give you some good ideas because it sounds like I just needn't be concerned at all about which bathroom I'm walking into.
Well, then I started thinking again because I had a lot of time to reflect because I didn't really enjoy
Doing the Burns hands, rubbing them together. What can we do here?
I realized that whole like gender bathroom controversy that was like a year ago probably around that time. I think that was just really smart left-wing people thinking ahead about what they would do if they accidentally walked into the women's washroom. Like, I need an excuse.
Right, because there's no ability to take responsibility for a poor decision. You always have to blame someone else or change the definition or the system in order to make sure that you don't feel bad about anything at all.
I just think it's funny about 10 years ago.
Those poor tranny trolls.
I think about 10 years ago, like, the woman, the girl that saw me walk in and then the girl that was in there would be like far more bothered of me just because I was probably looked like I was awkwardly standing there because I was coming to the realization of what I had
the appearance
done.
the appearance of a man who's accidentally walked into the bathroom
Yeah.
is the exact same look of a man who's peeping on you. They're identical.
Because I'm like, it's not like I'm in there just doing my thing, just acting normal. Like if I was a janitor, just mopping up or whatever, I'm like looking around up at there. I'm like,
When is she gonna take her pants off? Come on, I just gotta wait this out.